Word, son. What do you do, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Divine. Alright, man, before we get into this video, make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, man, so as you can see, I got some Fight Night Champion in the background here, man. Just let that play, and I just want to talk about Undisputed for a second. I know the last video that I did, which was, I think it was called I Don't Understand Undisputed or something like that. And I've made several videos talking about Undisputed. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was very excited to see another boxing game come out, and I still feel that way now. But I haven't touched Undisputed in a while now. You know what I mean? And of course, it got to a point where I was willing to put Fight Night Champion down and start working on Undisputed because this is the new sheriff in town. So the more and more that I played it, I was glad that there was a new boxing game out, but there's just things about it that it just wouldn't allow me to be able to become comfortable with the game enough to the point where I can start learning it and overcoming the different the type of learning curves that this game comes with. So the more and more I played it, I would sit there and I would try to understand this game, but I just couldn't understand it. You know what I mean? And it was something that was like annoying me, you know what I mean? And at first I thought it was just the lack thereof power behind the punches, or certain punches that I'm throwing and I'm landing is making it seem like they're not having any effect other than the fact of them being a counter punch. But if it's not a counter punch, if I'm throwing these shots and I'm landing them flush on the guy, they make it seem like that's not enough, you know what I mean? Or these shots, they make it seem like they don't have any power behind them. So it wasn't that. And then the more and more I played it, I just started to realize that it's the animations. It's truly the animations. That's what really turns me away from the game. I played Fight Night Round 4, Fight Night Champion, and then I went to Undisputed. The problem with Undisputed is, aside from certain fighters, maybe Canelo, I know Roy Jones was in there, I know Deontay Wilder was in there, and probably a couple more fighters, but I know those fighters for sure did mocap for some of the animations. Now, I don't have a problem with the whole mocapping thing, nor do I even have a problem with somebody going in and kind of freehanding some of the animations inside of their engine. I have no problem with that. But the problem I have is, even guys that don't have their specific signature style, you make them seem like they have no technique. You know what I'm saying? You got Roy Jones in the way that he throws his shots, right? Then you got Deontay Wilder in the way he throws his shots. Perfectly fine, no problem. But you have other fighters that I'm pretty sure you probably can get the mocap session in with them, but other fighters that don't have their distinct signature style that they throw shots in, you have these guys throwing shots in a way that makes it seem like they're amateurs. You know what I mean? Like, give an example. There's a few times you might have seen me throw a hook in Fight Night Champion on this video, right? If I could find a video of me throwing a hook on Fight Night Champion, I'll throw it in here. But like, look at the way that they throw hooks in Undisputed. You know what I mean? When you're being taught how to throw your jabs, throw a hook, throw a straight, throw an uppercut, you are to keep your hands above, or not above, or just next to your face. You are to keep your hands up when you're throwing these shots. You know what I'm saying? You are not to drop your guard and throw these shots. You know what I'm saying? But the way that they have these guys throwing hooks, they have them throwing them and they're dropping their hands. Like, say for example, if I'm throwing a right hook, right? If I'm throwing a right hook, he drops his left hand and pretty much just throws his entire body with the right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's twisting his entire body with the right hand. Now, you can go watch several different kinds of training tutorials on boxing. They teach you how to throw a textbook hook, or they show you how to throw an uppercut. They show you how to throw these things. But a lot of the times in Undisputed, when you're throwing these shots, they make it seem like they have no kind of technique behind them, and that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? That really bugs the crap out of me. You know what I'm saying? So when it's like, when it comes down to Undisputed and why I don't play it anymore, I just can't get with the animations. You know what I'm saying? I understand that everything has to do with foot planting and everything. I understand that part. Now, when I'm throwing a jab, ladies and gentlemen, why is my guy why is my guy having his arm shaped like a V, right? And then he pops a jab, extending his left hand or left arm from a V all the way to a straight arm punch. You know what I'm saying? There's no, when he's throwing a jab, there's no step forward. And as they say, when you're throwing the jab towards the end, you twist your arm and flick. You know what I'm saying? I might be saying it wrong, but you can go back and watch some of these tutorials when it comes to boxing, and they show you how to throw a jab, how to throw a straight, how to throw a hook, how to throw an uppercut. You know what I'm saying? It's technique behind it. A lot of these fighters, if they don't have the signature style, there's no technique behind these shots, and that's what bothers me. That's why I still hunker around fighting a champion and fighting at round 4, even though I like champion more than 4. But still, either way, the games, they have technique behind them. That's their foundation, is technique. I understand that not all the time you're going to always be in technique mode, or sometimes your shots you're going to throw them might be sloppy, and that's understandable. But when I'm trying to throw a hook, and it's not even on the tip where we're trading back and forth and, you know, I didn't get a chance to set up this hook. No, like, you're literally making it to where these guys are throwing these shots and there's no technique behind them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I haven't touched Undisputed. I haven't made any videos on it. I haven't made any in-depth videos, any videos talking about, oh yeah, I fought this guy or nothing like that. It's just not fun. You know what I'm saying? It's not fun seeing that these animations still have work to be done. You know, a lot of the times, everybody at SCI or whatever the name of that studio is, you know, everybody over there, they're doing the top 5 knockouts of the week and stuff like that. You know, to be frank with you, I could really care less about any of that. You know what I mean? We need more updates. This game needs an overhaul. It needs a lot of work to be done. And I understand this is early access, and I'm not knocking it for that. But I'm really getting sick and tired of seeing people just having this overly optimistic attitude, which I've said in the video before, this overly optimistic attitude about Undisputed and you know, kind of excusing the shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? I know it came out back in January. I was just as hyped as everybody else. But once this honeymoon phase wears off, it's like, okay, you know, where's the improvements? You know, I'll give it to y'all. Y'all have improved to the point where, you know, y'all went from the whole left, center, right side of the head, same thing with the body, to now it's just head health and then body health. I appreciate that part. But as far as everything else goes, like animation wise, it still needs work to be done to it. And me personally, won't be playing it until we get those updates. So that's where I am with it. I haven't touched Undisputed in I don't know how long, but until I see some changes with these animations and stuff like that, I'm not touching it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that it's a different game, so don't come onto the channel talking about how, oh, you know, it's a different game, you can't play it like Fight Night. I understand that, but I will say that there is a guy that has, I think he has a demo of himself. He has a demo himself of a boxing game that he's making or whatever. And his demo has more technique. He has a better understanding as far as boxing goes, animations, positioning, you know, the way you throw certain shots or certain hooks or whatever. He has a better understanding. A one-man studio. He has a better understanding than SCI. And I find that to be really disturbing. That one guy who understands boxing trumps pretty much an entire studio over there of indie devs that pretty much don't have a firm understanding as to it relates to boxing as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I might be everywhere right now, but all I'm saying is, all in all, I'm not dealing with Undisputed. I'm not rocking with it until they overhaul these animations. Because I'm not finna sit here and watch my guy throw some awkward hook like a 7 or 8 year old that doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't know the proper way to throw a hook. And that's what a lot of these fighters do. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below, man. I'm going to get up out of here. Appreciate a love, support y'all for showing the videos, man, most definitely. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Devon, and I'm signing out. Peace.